Hi Stampers, welcome back to my Memorial Day little marathon here. I'm on my third card. If you have watched Fridays and Saturdays, I'm not sure if this one's posting on Sunday or Monday. It depends on how my weekend goes and I get to posting. But you know, all of the cards have been super quick, super easy, but elegant. Nobody will ever guess that it took you just a few minutes to make them. And today's card carries on in that theme. So I'm showing you things from the upcoming catalog. This goes live on June 3rd. And I am going to be starting to be putting the little shopping list underneath all of the posts that I've done for the last 2 weeks. I have done so many cards. I passed my 500th video on YouTube during this time, which was kind of neat. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of cards I've been making, especially when you consider that for all of those, most of the time I do 2. So that's 1,000 cards that I've made just for the video purposes. That's not all of the other cards that I've stamped in this time. But if you need a copy of the catalog, all you have to do is go to my website and place any size order. I will be going to the post office on Tuesday for my next delivery of them. And then after that, it could be a week or so because I'm going to try to get a whole bunch of stuff done this week in between all of the videos I've done. And, oh, there's a mosquito. Welcome summer. It's probably going to bite my legs while I'm stamping. But I'm going to try to focus on getting my office clean, getting we've renovated our master closet, so we need to switch over how we do stuff. So some of my stamping and my office work is going to take a back seat, and I'm hoping that I can actually go out and spend some time in the pool, because then the following week new catalog comes, and then I'll have catalog kickoff day. I have registration for my upcoming class. Oh, I need to tell you about that. I don't know where I put the card. But you do want to find out about my Try It class. It's filling, and you do want to do it. Trust me, it's a class. If you only take one class this year, take that one, because you'll get to see all 10 designer series papers. You're going to get a template that you will be able to use for here and forever when you make cards. So you'll definitely want to do that class. The registration information is on my website, and registration for it closes on June 1st. And then we also have another zoo themed class. It's going to be a blast, and registration for it also closes. It's $100, but you get $100 worth of product. We also have, I know a lot of demonstrators follow me. We have a couple of options if you are a demonstrator. So you can take the class along with us, and then the following day, you can Zoom with us, and we will give you options for using that class in your own business for the whole entire year. So some ways that you can break up what we did the day before, but you can do it with us and do it with all of the people who are not demonstrators. And then the next day, Zoom with us and ask questions and pick our brains. And we have a bunch of PDFs. So there's a whole lot for that too. But registration for it also closes on June 1st. All of the information for those are on my website. So you'll want to go check that out, because June 1st will be here before we know it. But so in between the craziness that will be June, I am going to take it a little bit easy next week. So that's why if you want a catalog and you want it to go out soon, you need to place your order before Tuesday. Otherwise, it's going to be in June when I mail it. So it's Speak Now or Forever After. The card that I'm going to do now, I'm going to use Tasteful Touches. I'm going to do a collage stamping. Collage stamping is great if you're first starting out, because it's what we did back in the day. When we didn't have a lot of stamps, when Stampin' Up! Didn't have a lot of stuff, because you just kind of build. I'm just going to use some white cardstock and one piece of designer series paper. The dies that come with this, these are the ones I'm not using. So even if you don't get the stamp set, you're going to want these dies, because you'll use them on everything. They're great labels. They're called Tasteful labels. So let me aim my camera down. So like I said, I just have white cardstock and then a piece of the designer series paper that comes in this suite. Looks like they went into Lowe's or Home Depot and just took pictures of everything. So I have picked the piece that looks like concrete, and on the other side it kind of looks like a backsplash. Super trendy. So I've chosen 3 of the labels, and we're doing this like if I was doing it at my house, because these are the cards I did for my Facebook Live. Got some old school ribbon scissors here. So just cut that piece out, and then we're going to use this little tag. Will it fit there? Oh, look, it does. You would think that I measured them. So I've got those two pieces. And then we're just going to use white. Because with collage stamping, you don't need a lot of other things because you're going to build your stuff yourself. And we are going to use all of the stamps out of the set except for all of the words. We're just going to use one of the sentiments. So I cut my cardstock long ways, Whisper White. It has some black. So when you collage stamp, it's nice to start with your largest image first. So we're going to go with our words because we don't want those to get covered up. I have not put the stickers on my stamps because I got my stamps that day and this was the very first stamp set that I stamped with. And I just never got around then to putting my stickers on. And so it's a little bit dicey when you stamp with your words and the stickers aren't on them because it could be upside down. But it's just paper. Yeah. We're lucky that one was not upside down. And then this set doesn't come with any dies that cut out any of the images because it just comes with those labels. So we are going to have to fussy cut the flower, but that's okay. It won't take long. So we'll put this flower over here. It's all great line art. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to go again with the next largest image and then the darkest ink. So I'm going to go with my feather. Get a couple of feathers. I thought when I first started the card maybe the black was going to be too strong for the feather, but it's a nice light and airy feather, so it works well. So there we've got the two feathers. And then we'll move to the next largest stamp, which after these two, they're all kind of focal point and not as focal. And I've got soft seafoam, and I'm going to stamp the leaves. So let's do one here, and then kind of stamp off so they get a little lighter. And I'm going to flip it around and do it there. And I know my tag's going to be in the middle, so some of that's going to get covered up. And then, oh, I do need my green for one more thing. I'm going to do this little circle here out of the white cardstock. And then I think my very favorite stamp out of this is this little background piece here. Because look what it does. It's just super fun. So I've just kind of filled that up with some backgrounds. And then we've got one more background image. And it's just another one of those textiles. It kind of looks like old world Italy peeling mosaics. And again, I'm just going to stamp till it comes off. So it just gets a little bit lighter. So that's all of our stamping for that. So let's come over here. I've got 3 blends. I'm going to color it, but ever so lightly, so it's not going to take. This is Daffodil, because I want to keep my flower light and airy. And then these are posies, so I've got light and dark posies. So I'm going to start with the dark. In fact, I don't even need the scrap paper underneath me because I'm not going to do that much coloring. So any place that the Stampin' Up! Artist said there needs to be dark, and they put black, that's where I'm putting my dark posy. And not everywhere, just kind of mostly covering it. Just kind of like that. And then I'm going to take my light, and I want to keep, like I said, I want to keep it light and airy. So just kind of like all around. So kind of give each petal a little bit of an outline with the other posy. But now you can see it's posy, but it's light. And then you just need to cut this one out because there's no die, but it's super fast. And so here's a tip for you. If you have a problem cutting, kindergarten cutting tip. You just need to make sure that all the way around you leave a little border of white. Not too much, but don't ever cut right next to the edge because that's when your cutting looks bad. If you cut right up next to the edge, then it's never perfect unless you're a machine. So it looks better to have a little bit of an edge. And it's also better to move your paper and hold your scissors still. You can see that I'm moving the paper and my scissors are just staying in my hand. So that doesn't take long at all. In fact, I thought about having it pre-done and then I thought, no, I don't want you to be scared off by having to cut that out because it doesn't take long. I'm gonna need those in a second, and if I don't watch it, then I'm going to not know where I put them. Okay, let's run these through the die machine and we're almost done. Told you these cards were easy. And this one does take me right back to Stampin' Up in the 90s, except these would have had to have been hand cut as well. So just be glad that you are alive in such a time as this. So just put this on here. This one I'm going to flip over and I'm going to use the side that has the backsplash, which you kind of lose what it is. It's kind of just some fun colors. And then let's get our concrete. Let's just take one pass through. And then I'll show you. This one has stitching on the outside, but we're not using this piece. But if you were, you could double mount, or you could have this and have words be underneath. So there's a lot of uses that you'll get out of that. Same with this, stitching on the outside. So always be thinking of other ways to use the outside. This isn't always trash. On this card it is, but it does have stitching on this. And then these are super fun. It leaves a little indent, again, both on inside and out, but a fun little indent. Now I'm going to take the folder that's part of this suite. If you watched my card that posted before this that had the flowers, it's the same one I used on that one. I'm going to put these two pieces in it. And then you send it through with a blue plate or a shim if you still have this machine. Once you get our new machine, you won't need the blue plates anymore. At least I'm 99% certain that that's true. But now we have a little bit more texture, which this suite is all about texture. See how pretty that is? And we're going to add just a touch of ribbon. But for those of you that are afraid of bows, don't worry, we're not bowing it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to add some fuse, which we are going to have seal 2. So when the catalog's new, you'll want to get seal 2 because we don't have fuse anymore. We haven't had it for a while. I've still been using it because when we had it on clearance, I bought a ton. Snail wouldn't do this so well. So you need enough ribbon that you can have kind of a double loop. But seal 2 and fuse were just stronger than snail. So just loop this here and then make another loop here. And see, you didn't have to tie any ribbon, and the fuse holds well. The snail would kind of just fall off, but now you have a faux bow. I love me some faux bows because I know so many of you are afraid of tying because you feel like the bow is going to ruin your card. Now this is the cord that's part of the fern suite, and you can see I'm just again sticking it in the the fuse, which will be the seal 2, and it's super sticky. So as soon as it sticks, just pull some of that up, and then just take yourself some dimensionals. I'm going to put 3 on here. And that's going to sandwich them in between, so there's no chance that's coming off that card. Let's stick these together. Let's start with our biggest one again. Put this here. Let's do this one. Let's move that kind of up there. We don't want to cover all of this because we want to see that fun shape. And then this one I didn't do the pattern on. And then just pull your backs off. And look, there's a bow that you didn't have to tie. You didn't even have to mess with. And then this stuff, now that it's stuck on the card, this fun gold cord, you're going to use it a lot. It's going to be one of those things that you're going to need a ton of. But just separate it, and it's really pretty with the feathers. Super easy. How easy was that? Anybody could do it. Your Girl Scout troop could do it with you. And now I've done it 3 times. So could do it in my sleep. But the girls on our Facebook Live, somebody will have won this by the time this video posts, because our prizes, our door prizes tonight are all the cards we made. So cards will be being mailed out on Tuesday to lots and lots of winners. So everybody enjoy your holiday. I would say enjoy spending time with your family, but maybe some of you are over your families. So maybe not. Treasure every moment you get with them. But everybody have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the card. Bye.